It started with a lipstick stain, a tiny smudge on the collar of her blouse that she dismissed as her own, though I knew better. I had bought her that lipstick last Christmas, a rich crimson she only wore for special occasions. But this wasn't one of them. It was a Tuesday, and her blouse didn't even match her pants. For someone as meticulously put together as Catherine, that mismatch was my first clue. For weeks, I lived in silent agony. The late-night texts she angled her screen to hide. The sudden need for a gym membership, even though she despised working out. The laughter, light, carefree laughter I hadn't heard in years, muffled behind closed doors. Each moment painted a picture I didn't want to see. I didn't confront her. Not right away. Confrontation would have been too simple, too loud. Instead, I became a ghost in our shared life, floating through the rooms like a silent observer. I noticed a faint scent of cologne that wasn't mine lingering on her skin. The way her phone never left her side, even in the shower. Her newfound fondness for taking long walks alone. The breaking point came on a Saturday when she claimed to have a work meeting. A work meeting on the weekend. It was absurd, but I played along, kissed her on the cheek, and watched her leave the house in a dress far too elegant for any office setting. I followed her, keeping my car several lengths behind hers as she drove into the city and parked outside an upscale restaurant. I waited, heart pounding, palms slick with sweat. Through the wide windows, I saw her at a table for two, laughing, leaning in, her hand resting gently on the arm of a man I'd never seen before. He was polished, handsome in an overly groomed way, and he was looking at her like she was the only woman in the world. I sat in my car, gripping the steering wheel, until my knuckles turned white. The betrayal hit like a blow to the chest, a tight, suffocating knot. But the pain quickly gave way to something colder, something sharper. Resolve. If she wanted to end what we'd built together, she wouldn't get to do it quietly. She wouldn't get to walk away unscathed. The plan began to form that very night. I went home, made dinner, and waited for her to return. When she walked through the door, glowing and breathless, she kissed me hello. I forced a smile. Her lies tasted bitter against my lips. How was the meeting? I asked, steady. Exhausting, she replied, brushing past me. I'm going to take a quick shower. I watched her disappear down the hallway, my mind already calculating the steps ahead. Over the next few weeks, I prepared meticulously. Every detail had to be perfect, every move precise. I wasn't just after revenge. I was curating an experience she would never forget. First, I hired a private investigator. I needed more than just suspicions. I needed proof, undeniable, damning proof. The photos, the recordings, the detailed reports, they painted a picture even more vivid than I imagined. Clandestine meetings, stolen kisses, whispered promises. I felt grim satisfaction with every file I received. Next, I gathered keepsakes from our life together. The wedding album, the love letters, the movie ticket stubs from our first date. They weren't for her. They were for me. A reminder of what she had discarded. A contrast to the betrayal I now held in my hands. Then came the box. A polished wooden chest with a gleaming brass latch. Inside, I placed the memorabilia of our life and the irrefutable evidence of her affair. A Pandora's box designed not to curse the world, but to confront hers. Her birthday was the perfect stage for the reveal. I planned an elaborate dinner at home. Her favorite dishes, soft candlelight, flowers, music playing low. When she arrived, her eyes lit up with surprise and delight. For a moment, I felt the sting of nostalgia, remembering the woman I once believed I'd grow old with. "This is amazing," she said, kissing my cheek. "You're too good to me." "You deserve it," I said, smiling through clenched teeth. We ate in near silence. She didn't notice my quiet. Or maybe she did, and chose to ignore it. After dessert, I handed her the box. Her fingers trembled as she took it, eyes flicking between my face and the polished wood. "What is this?" she asked. "A gift," I said. "Something to remember us by." She opened it slowly. Her eyes scanned the contents, the photographs, the notes, the proof. Her expression changed in stages. Confusion, recognition, then horror. Her face turned pale. Her hands shook. I don't understand, she stammered. Don't you? I asked, voice calm and low. You've been lying to me, Catherine. You've been lying to both of us. She scrambled for words, explanations, excuses, but I wasn't listening. I just watched. I trusted you, I said finally, voice cracking. I gave you everything, and this is what you did with it. She cried. She begged. She swore it was a mistake, a one-time thing. But I knew better. Her apologies rang hollow. Nothing but echoes in a house already emptied by betrayal. In the days that followed, I filed for divorce, presenting the evidence to ensure the terms favored me. I moved out, taking only what was mine. She was left in the shell of a home filled with the consequences of her choices. But I wasn't finished. I sent the evidence to her lover's wife, a final act of solidarity and justice. The fallout was swift. Reputations burned, friendships crumbled, and careers collapsed. She tried to recover, to salvage what she could, but it was too late. The truth was out, and she stood exposed and alone. As for me, I found clarity in the chaos. It wasn't just about revenge. It was about reclaiming control, dignity, and my future. I started over. Brick by brick, I rebuilt. Stronger, wiser, and while the scars remain, they serve a purpose. A reminder of what I endured and what I survived. Catherine's betrayal, in the end, was a cruel gift. It freed me, and I made sure it cost her everything.